Hello everyone, I am back and we are checking out a new one, The Pale Beyond. This is a survival game where we are going to be trying to navigate our way through some really terrible stuff. It almost looks like Canadian type weather in a way. But we're on a ship. We're going to go in. Our captain's missing and I guess we're going to be in charge of this amazing voyage. I've heard nothing but great things about this. Okay, so start a new expedition. Oh, the air be's cold. Black and white, a sailor begs their pledge. To the ice they'll pray that leads reveal? Ice they'll stake a claim. I think we're gonna say that. That in dark they'll brace themselves. Nah, stake our claim. Oh, we're like writing our story? Is that what this is gonna be? In the ice they'll stake their claim and carve a course ahead. Homes they'll dream, souls to the souls around, of glory found. Of glory found and forged in frost. Oh, that their tale be read. Hunger draws the desperate. One that can't be fed? Such lonely souls need lead. Calling souls to spread. I'll put the fed one. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel purge does bond? Lead these souls, so help the gods. Do what must be done indeed. I'll learn to live a life out here. Lead these souls to help the gods out of the LB. Alright. See how this goes. Probably absolutely awful for me. In your journey? Hell yeah. So this game was developed by Bellular Studios and published by fellow crew, a wanted, able-bodied crew wanted for dangerous expedition. Months of darkness, low wages, slim chance of safe return, glory to be had in the event of success. Well, we're all about the glory. That's really what we're here for, is just glory. We don't worry about, we don't need our vitamin D from the sun or money. And, the survival thing is what. You're alone in the office. The tea in your hand has long since gone cold. I hate. I'd rather coffee anyway. I'd rather coffee. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. This is a ship bottle. A metronome ticks away steadily. Harmless, it's insufferable. I hate metronomes. I really do. The constant chime begins to wear at the paper. We're gonna stop its infernal ticking. Enough of that. The needle breaks off. Pocket it? Ooh, that could be useful. So your decisions matter in this game. Could be really interesting. Leave it where. Better make sure I got everything set up properly. Do I have things set up properly? May not. Oh, I absolutely think I do. For once in my life. Put it in your pocket. We're gonna pocket that bad boy. Quickly shove the needle into your pocket. Stops. Keep waiting. Keep waiting. Hear footsteps climbing the stairs that brought you here. Take a seat. Remain standing. We're gonna remain standing. Door behind you swings open. Captain bounds past you to the other side of the. Do you have all your teeth? I've got enough to get by. I'm gonna open my mouth. Bare your teeth to the man. And never be too careful. Can't trust a man that doesn't have all his teeth. Captain sits down. Little things you can lose people to. Oh, okay. Fair enough. He was worried about losing me. That's very kind of him. Are you speaking from experience? I've had scurvy before. You're late. I'm not gonna say that to the captain. Speaking from experience? Oh, my name's Shaw. Okay. Dot, dot, dot. How many people have died under your supervision? I'm gonna say... I'm gonna say... none. I'm gonna lie. That's probably a lie. Really. Meaning you're either perfect for the job or a liar. Yeah. Or you've never been in command. That's the ticket. That's where we're at. Which is it? The latter. Really? Man, test a person's mettle. You think you're ready? Yep. Yeah, I think we're good. We're ready to command this thing. Please, take a seat. Thank you. Thank you very much. The chair is uncomfortably large. The seat feels worn. Pipe out. Ah, yes. Oh, he's really feeling it. I think that was tobacco. Captain Hunt. Pleasure's mine. Robin Shaw. Get a little nod from the captain. On your desk, which ship is that? Which job? Let's ask him what the ship is. He says. Detailed, isn't she? Incredibly. It actually really is. Nice ship. An old sailor's superstition. Hope you weren't waiting too long. I'm told it's worth the wait. I'm here for the glory. Not good. Been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Sure you understand the need for discretion. The advert said there was glory to be had. I don't even need to read the rest. Months of darkness. Yeah. Minor details. Right? Minor details. Low wages, yep. Slim chance of safe return. Let's skip to the glory part. That didn't deter you, did it? Quite the opposite. That's why I'm here. Good work is hard to come by these days. We're gonna say that's why we're here. Thirst for adventure, then? He winks. The guy. Keep that to yourself around the other sailors. They might drown you in it. A few questions first. Down his list of questions. Like a real interview. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? Ooh, here we go. Is this gonna actually be like how it picks like how we are? From the city, the ocean, same as yourself. Yeah, we'll say we're salt-born. Salt-born and bred. Military experience. Oh, is this like picking our? Only evading them. Build the merchant lines. I kind of want to say I was a criminal. We're a criminal. I'm a salt-born criminal. Honesty is. So you skirted the law before then. Behind me. Well, you wouldn't be the first to seek redemption on the ice. I'll leave it off your application. You ever fired a weapon? No. No. You ever killed a man, directly or otherwise? I kind of want to say yes. Yeah. I see. You're not married, are you? No. Of course not. Better not have a death. One must believe they'll return to just leaving. Believe they'll return to justify leaving in the first place. Any less, and you're doing yourself a disservice. So where are we headed? Just jump right to it. Let me continue. Where to find the ship in that bottle? Oh. The Viscount. Heard of it? And a joke, right? Captain sighs, takes a deep breath before trying again. Not this, Robin. 5 years ago, she set sail on a research expedition to the Dead Peninsula. We're trying to find a study, the absolute magnetics. They found it, I might have heard of them. He never came back. The last known location was 200 miles south of land, presumed lost to the island. Hey, how's it going, Ash? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well, too. Appreciate you stopping in. 5 years is a bit late for a rescue operation. They're probably dead. This is beginning to sound like a suicide mission. Or... yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that. 5 years is a bit late for a rescue operation. A little bit odd, I'd say. Or alive or not, their research is supposedly of extreme importance. Supposed to be chasing that research? I'm going to need more than rumors. You have my attention, bud. You got my attention. I mean, I'm here for the job. Really. Captain smiled. Here's what we do know. Not one person or thing has been heard from the Viscount. First left. They're definitely all dead, so we're chasing ghosts. Maybe it's a myth, maybe it isn't. I can assure you the money is real. Those with more money than sense want that old ship. That's the job. If I don't pick the first mate, somebody else will. And, well, my judge of character's gotten me this far. What of our crew? Been sucked into For the King. It's back. Give me gold. Yeah. I actually installed that. I'm planning on playing the second one when it comes out. Quite the mix. A work in progress. It's a really cool looking game. Some I've known for years. They get in on experience. Others, well, they interview. Like me. How large is the crew? As I said, a work in progress. I'd estimate over 20 when it's all settled. You have transport, though. Hey, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. We're just getting into it. Oh, I guess you would know. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. The story is very appealing to me. We'll be traveling on board the Temperance. She's a beauty. Greenwood, generational. Not many like it left these days. Viscount and the Temperance. Oh, there's just two like it. Okay. Sister ships. Oh. Together. Sent out into this world to die alone. That is poetic. Indeed, I like to think one calls out for the other. Captain looks at the bottled ship. What do you think? I also really dig games that have like choices in it where the choices matter, and I have a feeling this game's going to be a lot of that. Like I've already picked criminal for my guy because I had to. I just felt like I needed to. So we're here for glory. That's what we're going for. I'm all about the glory. We're more worried about trying to make money and glory here. Sounds like we'll need all the help you can get. When can I? Let's just say when can I start? Har. Not many are as eager as you. Well, I need glory. Captain checks his watch. Anyway, I think I've heard enough. Am I hired? Stands up. Leave in a month. Welcome aboard, Shaw. Proverbially speaking. Don't you need more information? Not what I expected. So I have the job? What do you think? You on the Temperance. Got a good feeling about you, Shaw. I think I told him that I'm a criminal and I've killed a person, at least one. Let's just say thanks, Captain. He actually is a pretty nice captain. Yeah, we did break that as well. We broke the metronome earlier, and I pocketed the thing, and I feel like that's going to be really important here. We took the little doohickey off of this that snapped off. Time for the real confession. Now he's going to be really mad. Oh, don't worry. This isn't my office. Oh! We're not even in his office. Captain makes his way to the door and you follow. I think he is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Low wages, months in the dark, and low chance of survival. That was the ad they put out. You arrive at the docks a month to the day. Before you lies a ship. The letters on it reads, on its side reads Temperance. So we're gonna be going through the whole game here. I won't be playing. Obviously, I won't be playing the whole game in one sitting because it's like, I think I've seen that it's got somewhere between 10 and 20 hours of like story in it. But this is what I'll be playing on the channel until I finish the game. You walk the cobble to the boarding ramp. Beside it is a sharply dressed man. Overseeing the... I can't help it every time I read Sharp Dressed Man. It just happens for me. The song. Overseeing the loading of cargo. Oh, who's this guy? Turns to you with a stern expression. You can feel his eyes assessing you. Yeah, and I'm the Saltborn. He's quick to inspect for ink. Another sailor for the fold, mid-deck with the others. Yeah, I'm not interested in telling him my name yet. Address me properly, I'm the first mate. Am I the first mate? Did he tell me that? He told me I'm the first mate. Oh, address me properly. I'm the first mate of this ship there. Aye. Ah. Oh, his name's Templeton. So you are Officer Shaw. I'm Mr. Templeton. I'll be operating as the chief science officer on this expedition. I'm also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. I never did ask who was financing this whole job. Went for the money. I do, however, consider myself and my team at you, Captain's disposal. What did you specialize in? Mr. Templeton, I look forward to working together. Fairly certain we're all disposable. Isn't that going to be true? There we go. 1 second here. I'm just playing with a couple things. What do I want to click on here? What do you specialize in? Applied botany? That gonna really work? We're going into the ice. Forward to working together. I expect you to be up for the task. Some of the layabouts Hunt hired are questionable at best. I am the most questionable. Hey, Shiro, what's going on? No doubt I needn't inform you of your duties. You're second only to the Captain Hunt himself. Well, I must warn you that you have quite the task ahead. I'm glad you're doing well, Shiro. Appreciate the lurk. The rabble I've spent the afternoon sorting are the same that you'll have to whip in shape. Punctuality, schedule, strict adherence is what we need if this expedition is to succeed. And we got a week meter up on the top there. And temperature, right? We're right around Canadian temperatures there. -10 outside. I expect you to be the organized sort. You would not have been assigned the role otherwise. Alright, I doubt there will be much issue. I likely have more in common with the crew than I do yourself, Mr. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm being honest about my guy's story, being the criminal. That would come as no small surprise. He's basically calling me riffraff too. No offense was meant off. Whoa, this guy's going overboard first, I'm telling you. Board when you're ready. And when you find yourself needing a scientist, you can try this again. I'm not. City. Wait, if I click, what's the city do? It'll be gone for quite a while. There'll be some time before you can see the city again. Young man. Who are you? Young man stands at the ramp, feeling himself for the journey ahead. Hesitantly, he begins to drag his feet up the ramp onto the ship. He really didn't want to go. Blame him. Have a look at the ship now. Hunt's description of the ship was accurate. The beauty, near identical to the Viscount, barring some modern additions. Set sail. Here we go. A nice little opening. Week 1. Week 1 on the Temperance. Here we go. Ooh, that's nice music. I like it. It's been a month. It doesn't look that dark yet. A hunger draws the desperate here. Oh, this is the story that I told at the beginning. It's one that can be fed. It's one that can't be fed. What will you do when steel hearts break and courage does abscond? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods out of the pale beyond. First mate Shaw. I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. We were writing our first log. Personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on and 1 week since we've set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere before they turn colder. Who's paying for this? Who is paying for this? I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill. So we're still writing our story. This is really cool. Footing the bill for all this. Certainly not the captain. I should investigate further. None of my business. What do we got to say about the crew? However, are a different story. Oh, we're not going to say anything else, just that. Sure, we'll get to know the crew quite well. Oh, here we go. There are now 20 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice. To pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team Hunt is also keen to work out a deal. A pack of sledding dogs. That makes sense. Hunt's a smart guy. They smell terrible. I bet they do. I've never been on a ship like that, but I bet the crew does smell terrible. Strange lot. I sailed with work. I am a saltborn after. And I'm sure there are those who might have considered myself in that same light. We keep this going? Let's say Captain Hunt. Captain Hunt has mostly kept to his quarters so far. I need to know if I can trust him. I trust him. He's a nice guy. That nice facial hair going. Seems a trustworthy source. So I expect this game is probably going to take me a handful of streams to complete. And I'm unsure what if there's like replayability or like if there like what kind of cycle there is in it. There we go. I guess it just takes a minute for it to print that. Experience alone justifies his position. There aren't many who make out the other end of naval military service. All their limbs, let alone his vigor. He's impulsive. He's not telling the whole truth. Heard the rumors. Not telling the whole. Can't shake the feeling that he's not telling the whole truth. Doesn't let my guard down. Perhaps I'm too quick to judge? No. Mustn't let. Enigmatic indeed. I mustn't let my guard down. I'll talk about the Temperance a little bit. The ship. The angle changed. I've never been on a ship like this before. She's magnificent. A technical marvel. Elegant machinery, expertly weaved through one of the fastest hardwood ships. Reborn for this mission, breathing again with life. Simply magnificent. We'll sign off. One of Hunt's sailors, Joe. Captain wants you at the helm. Good, I want to see him. I'll head there now. Thanks, Joe. So, what's this? We can go to the captain's cabin. Crow's nest. Have a look at the crow's nest here. The crow's nest currently stands unoccupied. Scouting team are expected. Oh, right, we're getting the scouting team at the next port. Let's talk to him maybe first before we even go to talk to the captain. Join Hunt at the helm. You ascend the stairs to the stern and find the old captain manning the helm of the ship. Ah, Robin. Lovely day for it, isn't it? It is indeed, Captain. One of your lackeys summoned me. I like that. One of your lackeys summoned me. Yes. I'd also happen to trust that lackey with life. Thinks for a moment before stepping aside and stretching out a wrinkled hand. Here, why don't you have a try? Oh boy, here we go. Criminal. Oh yes, my criminal thing kicks in here. You should take advantage of calm waters for one. Imagine you didn't see many in your past line of war. Take the wheel? Are you sure? I really have other duties to be attending to. I'm taking that wheel. Yeah. Let's go. You grip the wheel. We're going to crash this thing in week 1. Grip the wheel of the ship and feel the weight of the waves in your arms. All right. There we go. That's how we pan around. Memory and your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move into the ship. And piece of cake. There you have it. Pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now, try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. Oh, okay, so we can zoom in and out. Okay. Well, isn't it? Yeah. Looks like we're in some water. Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted in the settings menu. Takes the wheel back from you. I think I'll drink the morning in a little longer. I thought he was talking about having a drink for a second. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's much to do? All right, so that's down here. Okay, what do we got in here? We'll have a little peek at some things. A painting. Classic painting depicting sailors doing battle with a kraken. An ode to an old folk story of the great Captain Seamus's dance with the Salt Kings. Oh, we'll keep on looking around here. Pristine furnished tub, secured to the floor. A luxury to be had on the ice. On the desk, you make out a variety of papers. There's a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognize. The desk itself is suspended with ropes to keep it safely in place. They thought about everything, didn't they? Oh, let's have a look here. Take the request. Take a seat at the end of the room. Captain joins. I love this guy with that sweet stash. Now let's run through our provisions before taking request. There's 23 souls signed onto the... Calling them souls is like, you know, people are bound to die. Signed on to this expedition, ourselves included. That's 16 free to be assigned to tasks. They aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent station. You're only able to deploy crew who you have discovered. Okay. You must be in good health, or they must be in good health, and not otherwise deployed to another post. So, like, they can't have scurvy or diarrhea, whatever they might have. We'll be picking up the scouting crew next. A lot of us also seem to be in good spirits. The expedition will end tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. So if we have like an awful week, it's game over? Well, I'm probably going to fail. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food rations at the end of the week, crew will become malnourished. Once cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy, severe status that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end. Okay. And more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. Okay. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel required at the end of a week. If you cannot afford the minimum fuel, crews will become freezing, which sucks. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite. Severe status effect that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of a week. Sledding dogs, well, they're still a matter of negotiation. Dogs will be needed to send sledding teams and gather resources on the ice. Sending hunts further requires a greater amount of dogs. So the further we send out a hunt, the more dogs we need, makes sense. They will rest and become available between the weeks. So you can only have them every other week. Reading that right? Now on to work. I thought that said COVID. Orvid. Oh, she got a dog with me. Bring the dog in. Cordell. Have you agreed upon my conditions? To the point, eh? God, this is Lady Cordell. Cordell here is to provide us with a kennel of hounds for the sleds. And our agreement was that she would train them up until we part ways at the nearest island. But you neglected to inform me that you were bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. I seem to have good faith in this expedition. One thing to ask for my whole kennel, is another to drag them into the ice to chase them. Never before has a buyer been so dishonest. And never before has a seller made such strong demands. Oh. You already sold the dogs. Did you not? No control over them now. What exactly are these demands? Let's see that. What are the demands? I just bit my tongue. That's what I did. Bit the side of my tongue. She demands we allow her to come along on the expedition. I'll let her come. As a member of the crew, well, all aboard. None on this ship have the experience of familiarity with dogs that I possess. Well, oh, if you are taking them to a brutal location, they will need me to guide them. Have any chance? Survival. Humans on board too, of course. She's not even interested in taking the glory. Of course. You can see my dilemma, Shaw. Bringing on another member of the crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. Well, I see what this is going to be. It's going to be like, you bring on too many people, you're going to run out of food too soon. But she seems like she's worthwhile. Your thoughts? I don't see a problem with having her either. The other guy probably has dogs that... whatever. Bring her. I don't see the harm. Good point, Shaw. Turns to her. This deal is already to your benefit. Do you have anyone on board with extensive training in the management and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough. All of them. And I would like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Welcome aboard, Court. Your knowledge should prove valuable. Get on. Invaluable. Yes, indeed. Max crew increased to 24. Yes, here we go. Here we go. This is... Tom just made his first mistake. I'll have room prepared for you below deck. No need. You'll find me in the forecastle. You leave. Alright, that's it. No more people. I hope I'm not making a mistake, Shaw. Now we got 14 doges. Alright, Corvid, what do you want? Sailor enters. Found a stowaway in the lower hold. Oh, overboard. Bring them in. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, you're not the first stowaway I've had. Captain studies them further. You know where we're heading, don't you? I do, sir. Then the ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside that car? I did, sir. How old are you? You're hardly useful. You're hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Do you know Jaboom from your bowsprit? I don't. Learned it all from Da. You're Da. He's Ward's son, followed him on board back in the city. What do we do with him, Captain? Well, Shaw? Oh, we're eyeing him up. Oh, boy. First mate, what should we do with him? He's not staying on board. Get the hell off my boat. I just said it. I'm not going back on my word. Issue when we make the next port, we don't need more mouths to feed. That's what I'm thinking. We could throw him overboard. How pissed off are people gonna get about that if I say that, though? I kind of have to manage it a bit. Can't be crazy right out at the gate. Leave them with enough money to catch a boat back? I know, we just don't need more money. Aye, it's settled then. We'll drop the boy off. Please, sir, I can help about the ship. Too dangerous for someone your age on here. You're lucky we don't just tip you into... Oh, well, there you go. At least he said it. The sailors... I didn't want to say it and potentially affect my stuff down here. Two sailors dragged the stowaway boy back below deck, taking him to see his father. But we might lose his dad. Right? We might lose his dad at the next stop. What are the father? Yeah, this is it. Yeah. We drop him off with the boy. It's his son. That's for him to decide. We'll say it's for him to decide. Very well. Hopefully he doesn't care for the runt. I'm not down a sailor. Oh, that matters. That was way more complicated than I anticipated. Decisions. Now now that's all settled. I have one more errand for you to run. You grab the Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up deck after dinner. Hefty lads, red hair. You couldn't mistake them for another. You require me for the meeting? No. This isn't a matter of the first officer. Concern themselves. They'll be down on the middle deck. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifest and get acquainted more of the crew. Yeah, because we can't tell them what to do if we don't know who they are. All right. Who is this? Join the figure bouncing on the mast. This one of the brothers. On closer inspection, make out the ship's photographer. Asha Belford. Balanced on the ship's mast with her camera, lining up a photo. Down immediately, you'll kill yourself. I read that as, I'll kill yourself. Originally. Maybe my old eyes are getting a little bad, eh? How's the view up there? Yeah, how's the view? Shit. Startled the woman, causing her to fall and nearly drop her camera. Oh, fine, I'll help you down. Help her retrieve the device and untangle herself from the rigging. It's like, if you don't do this stuff, maybe she would have fallen in and we would have lost a crewmate. Like, I don't want that. But maybe I do get to a point where I have to, like, kind of start, like, a little bit more like that. It was a close shave, Officer Shaw. About time I met the first officer of this ship. Kasha Belfort. Heard of you already. Nice to meet you, Kasha. Yeah. It'll be pleasant. Suppose there was some sort of rule against what I was doing up there. Deepest apologies, but sometimes there's a shot you just cannot pass up. Accomplished photographer, Kasha Belford won the Fentler Prize. Very high honor. Highest honor in journalism. For her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. Came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journal would take such an interest in the expedition. There was scarcely any chance of Hunt, benefactor, turning her away. This is very, very story-rich. I will say that. Like, I knew that, like, I had seen that it was. I just didn't know. You never know what to expect. And I dig it. You expected someone of her accolades to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on... Not prepared for this. Proof is all we have. Her accomplishments surely outweigh her youth. She's not perfect. That much is all. The cold game. Picture that as a header. Let her continue. What are you talking about? For the piece on this voyage, I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. Nobody will read it if the title sounds like work of an amateur. That should make that my next stream title. Work of an amateur. Work of an amateur stream. This isn't a game, Asha. It sounds fine to me. I'm not the creative type. I'm not sure you'd know better. Or I'm sure you'd know better. Sounds fine to me. I like it. Places a finger to her chin, squinting her eye in thought. Not perfect, but it's a work in progress. Plenty of time. Yeah, we got months. We have literal months. We haven't even hit the ice yet. Just all so exciting already. Well, I suppose you've had your fill of thrills up until now. At least this thrill is within the law. Oh my goodness, she knows who I am. So you know what I've done. I don't even know what I've done yet. Who I am. Of course, thoroughly research the crew of the Temperance. I see somewhat excessive, but I feel it's necessary for a proper chronicling. That and plenty of pictures. Don't worry, Shaw. You don't have a reputation that sets you apart from the celebrity like Kurt Darling's presence, or if any rumors that could be around. Kurt Darling's on the ship? Goodness. I gotta get an autograph. That reminds me. He'll be joining us at the next port to get his picture at some point. Asha holds up her camera with a sense of pride before holding it up to her. Stand still, Shaw. What are we gonna say about this? No, he sent me to grab a copy of the manifest. I got completely screwed up here. What am I doing here? I forgot what I was here for. Yes, I'm putting together a manifest of the crew for you. Hands you an annotated document. Here it is, the crew manifest. All right, there we go. We got Killian Smurf Sanders, Amelia Corvid Sparrow, and Joseph Joe. Oh, we still have some that we haven't discovered. Okay. We go here, scouts, engineers, and it breaks them all off. A specialist. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Oh, those are just the sailors. Okay. Scouts, engineers, scientists, specialists. This is Rufus Hunt. That would be the captain. Richard Templeton's the scientist, right? Photographer. That's me. With no face. Cool. Okay, so... We've only discovered sailors so far. Okay. It's a work in progress. The scout team are to join us at the next port, and the captain's forbidden me from the boiler room. If you could ask the others to get their portraits taken, I'd be very grateful. Don't want to leave anyone out. Thank you. Thank you very much. He smiles. I smiles. I'll not disturb you from your work, your office. I have a few more shots I want to get before the sun lowers. Safe shots, officer. Don't worry. Yeah, you're not going to hang yourself upside down from any ropes anymore. You'll leave her to her. Okay. Yeah, don't go hanging upside down anymore. None of that. All right, now what? Ooh, 2 Johns. Spot a large man with useful gait. I say useful? Youthful. Carrying a heavy crate with relative ease. What I want to say is this is very story driven, and I've mentioned that. And it's been a long time since I read a book, and this is like a book to me anyway. I'm getting like, I know it's probably going to have more different stuff further in, but at this stage, this is like a video game book is what it feels like, and I dig that because I'm a big reader, so I really enjoy that it's like that much story. Here, Officer Shaw. Gives a bright, warming smile. 2 Johns. The size of 2 Johns? Is that why? That's what they call me. I'm sure you'll get the nickname later. Attempts to offer a handshake, but loses control of the crate. He struggles before firmly holding it in place with both hands. Yeah, maybe later. Work awaits. There we go. We met 2 Johns, plus 1 crew available. Okay. We could do that. We go to the forecastle. Let's actually. The forecastle door appears to be locked. In here, the kennel master repairing the room from inside. Okay, yes. So that's where the doges are. Captain's cabin. We'll go. We'll descend. Okay. Now we know that the guys we're looking for are in the middle deck. Right? Nothing to see here. Oh, well, yeah, you can't miss the guys with the red hair, they said. Got the accordion going. Red-headed man with thick beard sits proud, playing an ivory accordion. Platoon ceases. Need something? Just looking for the Stoke brother. Urgency? Could be, I'm not sure. I really don't know. We have no idea what this is about. Just a meeting with Hunt. Speaking to one of them. Grimly Stoke. We'll head up after dinner. You can go. Well, isn't that kind of him to say I can go? I'm the first mate, bud. Man gestures to the cook across the room before resuming his playing. All the crew for dinner. Oh, the other one's the cook. They're having their meal. Passes in relative silence. And as we're doing all this, the time is changing here and shifting. The crew return to their posts. Hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight falls. Now what do we got for you? Oh, this is the little brat. The little stowaway. Over dinner, you overhear the stowaway speaking with a one-armed man. This gubby is dead. Runts da. We dropped off at the next port then. Da. You can talk captain into letting me stay, right? Can't talk hunting to anything when his mouth. Besides, he's right. But I can help. You're lucky he didn't throw you overboard. That's what I'm saying. He's lucky he didn't get tossed. When we make land, I'm making sure you catch a trip back home. We'll be back after this. Not soon enough. Alright. Doug Ward. Added to the manifest. Right, now what do we got? Who are you? Slowly meeting everybody. Mr. Gloss. About one of Templeton's science team pacing around the mid-deck, searching through some luggage that has been pulled from a cabin. Boss. Everybody's got such nice beards. Let me look in the light. Where was it now? He notices you. Ah, Officer Shaw, correct. Dwight Glossley. Apologies, I seem you have misplaced something while settling in the cabin. A bottle of wine, actually. Oh. You best not be drinking on the job. Oh, we don't care about that. It can't be hard to miss. Turn up eventually. Perhaps one of the sailors. You know these guys, they're shifty. Goodness, I would hope not. My wife and I brought a bottle to celebrate with. His wife? You brought your wife? Probably their honeymoon. To save for the journey back, of course. Well, if you find it, please let me know. Alright, Dwight's in. For that. Enter your cabin. Oh. Open journal? Oh, we can just read it. Okay. Okay. Cool. We can read it anytime we want. Nice little touch. We were going up. Yep. Let's get another person knocked out here on the manifest. Look over the railing out of the ocean. A wisp of smoke flies past the base. Turn to examine a spotted sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand, overlooking the stirring waters. Smoking sailor. Looking at something. Any spare tobacco? I don't share. Oh. Ashy. You're Robin Shaw, aren't you? I've heard of ye. Don't worry, won't tell anyone. Oh man, what have I done? Ashy falls silent and begins to read the letter. Trying to draw conversation from him may be similar to extracting teeth. Vern Sheridan. His name isn't Tashi, it's Vern Sheridan? Well, we'll talk to Templeton. I didn't like him the first time I spoke to him. I didn't like his vibe. You spot Templeton looking out into the sunset. As you approach, he turns to you. Ah, Officer Shaw. It will be some time before we see a sunset such as this again. Oh, it's about to get dark. About to be like Canada in the wintertime. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. I noticed you weren't at dinner with the others. Did you steal the wine from a Gloss? I noticed you weren't. I prefer to eat in solitude. I have my own cabin. Make use of it. Templeton keeps his focus on the reflection of the setting sun over the stirring waters of the ocean. He's evil. You can just tell. There is great expectation upon us, officer. What are we gonna say about this? From who? Who's the who's the benefactor? Tell me. Who's this benefactor? Not for you to know, not yet. Oh, come on now. Templeton looks down, catching his reflection on the ocean's surface. He looks back at the sun. Quite the sight, but I wouldn't linger upon it too. Should retire for the evening. It's important the first officer be well rested. E to advance to the next week, you say? Okay. I gotta hold it. Oh boy, here we go. We've officially gone ahead a week. Wait, am I losing 40? What? Wait. Oh, I have sliders. Oh boy. Food rations per crew member this week. Going normal? Oh boy, this is gonna get rough, isn't it? Here we go. Then now we're... Yeah, you do that, you lose the stuff that makes it so that you can survive. But at this rate, we'll be in trouble, won't we? I think we... Oh boy, that's got to be a mistake. There's no way. Do we go cheap to begin with? Go cheap to begin with. I'm so... This is bad. Do I go cheap to begin with? Oh man. Go hefty. Boy. I feel like I'm making terrible decisions here. Go normal, you know, just go normal for the first week, and then if it's a mess, we'll pivot. Runt leaves the expedition at Orca Island. The ship makes its last port at Orca Island. Cordell's sledding dogs are picked up. Scouting crew and Kurt Darling, the really sexy guy, they're all picked up. The days are getting brighter as you move further south. Oh man, this so you know what? We're good for a week, right? We're good for a week. People aren't miserable yet. 2 weeks on the Temperance. Well, now I'm at 28. I don't need 28 people. Why do I got 28? The dogs count? Oh no, that's the... We were at 24. Oh crap. We were at 24 before we even brought on the scouts. There's a wrap on your cabin door. Go away. Too busy thinking about how I'm gonna feed these people. I got too many people already. I can't feed them all next week. Oh, who goes there? The door swings open to reveal Kurt Darling, all but filling its frame, grinning ear to ear. There you are, Jaw. Ship's navigator is a difficult man to miss. Stature and reputation precede him. Adorned with a slew of apparatus, the seemingly one-man expedition would be known to anyone following the heyday of and the merchandising that followed. Oh, he's like a merchant? I know little of the man. It's an honor. No time for... I'll need to pull his admittedly impressive weight the same as the next man. Hiding away from the rest of us, are you? You just barged into my bedroom. You need something of me, Kurt? I'm not the sort to demand favors, officer. Apologies for not stopping by sooner. It took a while to set up my team, and a great deal of the crew were quite eager to meet me. I bet they were. Not a brag. Oh, not at all. I just find myself in these situations, it would seem. There aren't many who haven't seen my films, particularly in this line of work. More than one fellow on this crew said my work inspired them to explore the world. Quite the honor. I wouldn't know. I'm a criminal who's done something really terrible, and I don't know exactly what it was. I'm certain you receive that praise often. They don't seem like the film-going type. Well, yes, most were born on the sea to begin. But it is good to know even those old films. Ahem. I suppose I did get distracted. Didn't I? Anyway, I was hoping you'd join me up deck. Should be too, Kurt. I'm busy and you should be too. I'm sleeping. Truth be told, some navigation specifics I think we should revisit. We finally entered the pack. I thought you'd want to see it for yourself. The pack. That must be like the icy portion. Oh yeah, I'll be right behind you. Kurt turns to walk away before turning back. Oh, and enjoy your morning. It's a good day, Shaw. Horror. Alright. He leaves. We go into our book now. We haven't got anything reading on week 2 yet. Oh, and then it tells you this stuff here. What happened? Okay, that's cool. Our last port at Orca Island. Dogs were picked up. Kurt and his guys. The days are getting brighter. Right, off we go. Now we're probably getting in. We're gonna start getting into like way more of the management stuff, probably. That'd be my guess. I guess we better go up. The helm. At the stern, you notice an older sailor at the... The old man takes in a deep breath in the cold air before letting out satisfied. Morning. There's Kurt again. What the hell? And a good morning to you. He eyes you up. Officer Shaw, right? Lefty. Call me that on the account of, well, should be obvious. Chuckles. Don't worry about the bad sight. This is all feel. Just keeping her steady. He examines you. Surprised Hunt picked from outside for his first mate. Surprised as well, he seems the insular type. I'm qualified now. Seem to have the... Yeah, you can have the job. You can have the job. Game gives me some real visual vibes of Dread Hunger. I don't know what Dread Hunger is. Would you prefer the role? Definitely not. This old body can't take the pressure. Besides, I've worked on other ships. Others have worked with Hunt much longer. Must be something special for Hunt to look outside the ranks. Oh, I'm special, all right. Heard some rumors about what you were up to before. Honestly, that might be a boon in Hunt's eyes. Somebody please tell me what I did. Mornings like these are the only peace I... Take these moments when you can. Lefty returns as it... You get older, I suppose you learn to value the quiet moments, eh? Let us hope we're just as diligent for old. But before you, of course. There, now we got Harold Turner. That would be Lefty. I like that they've got nicknames and then they've got like their real names into the game too. I feel like that's a very nice touch. We go into the manifest. We've got most of the sailors. We've got 3 left to find, right? We haven't seen any of the scouts yet. Here's you. We have our specialists. They're gonna be the ones that cause us all the problems, probably. Yeah, we'll go talk to Kurt. Not that I want to talk to Kurt. Join Kurt at the bow of the ship. You both feel the temperance break the flows. Gripping the railing, he draws an enormous breath. Footing beneath rises as the ship mounts. There's a moment's hesitation before a profound crack relieves the ship, cascading across the ice. He exhales. Nothing else. It's just ice. Don't get too excited. That is what I would say as a Canadian. I'd be like, it's just a little bit of ice. Don't get too excited. There's going to be plenty more where it came from. There's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be. Then you're in the right place. How far are we from land? Oh boy. We're at a week's sail from the last known location of the old Viscount. Assuming she isn't exactly where they left her, you can't take smooth sailing for granted. Same goes for this daylight. It won't remain this bright so long once winter encroaches. Beautiful as the ice is on this course, it's going to get thicker. He looks out across the white. We won't be so confident when the leads dry up. We're stuck here till the next cycle. We need to change course. Avoid the pack. We have enough supplies if it comes to that. It's not my decision. Let the captain decide. Yeah, but you have the captain's ear. He won't listen to me. He thinks I've been dulled by retirement. Probably seen more ice than he has whiskey. Have you ever experienced a long night winter? Not pleasant, to say the least. Comes to that, we'll adapt. There's a chain of command. This isn't one of your adventure serials. No, I haven't. I haven't done the winter thingy, the winter night thingy. We're only as good as the unhappiest man, Robin. You're up then. That's First Mate Shaw. Humors you with a salute. Yes, officer. I'll do what I can. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. We have a very passive-aggressive relationship, Kurt and I. Very passive-aggressive. Alright. Well, I guess we'll talk to the captain. See what's up. Where's the captain? Take requests. Oh boy, here we go. There's the captain. Shaw. Ready for another day of work? He wants us to switch course, Kurt. Indeed, I am captain. I'll ask him. He had a few words to share. May have been an expert in his time. These days, Kurt is one with money than sense. That's my thoughts. Anyway, back to work. Yeah. I was hoping you'd help me work through a few more requests from... May have noticed the line pooling up. Everyone wants something, it seems. Call them in as you please. This must be Hammond. Well, we know who Kasha and Corvid are. Let's talk to Hammond, because I haven't spoken to them. Short, sour-faced man in engineer clothing approaches. Are ye acting daft, Hunt? Mention. Not bloody surprised you didn't notice. This is our chief engineer, Clive Hammond. An opinionated one. What is it, Hammond? You've hit the ice, and you haven't assigned any extra men down on the boiler. That's my fault, because I wasn't paying attention. You have an engineering team. Yeah, not my fault. And we've only got 6 arms between us. I need more manpower maintaining the sailors. Many of the crew have their own tasks they're busy with. I know I've already assigned Smurf on that map. Captain turns to you. -1 available crew. That's fine. How many do you think is fair? 1? 3? More. What? More. 3? More. More. Just give us more. 9 crew? Open this to how many people I want to assign. Go there. Some choices require you to assign from your manifest. In this choice, you may choose the amount to assign. 1 to 4. Oh, I give you a runts da. I'm gonna give you 2. That's all you're gonna get from me right now. And we'll give you 2 Johns. Because he's probably, you know, he's good. 2. You take 2 Johns and runts da. You're giving me Ward? Ward with 1 bloody arm? Oh. Right. I forgot. He's only got 1 arm. Whoops. Would you rather none? That's a spirit. The engineer holds his tongue. Fine. But you can tell me how right I was when we're buried under the ice. Thieves. A good spirit, that one. Beneath the oil and the temper. I gave them 2 Johns. Won't be seeing much of him, though. Prefers to burrow himself into the boiler room. Alright, we'll talk to Kasha. This is the photographer. Captain Shaw. Thought occurred to me the other day while looking through the crew manifest. And, well, it might be too late for this now that we've already entered the ice. Out with it. Thought it'd be good to have individual photos of the full crew. For your report. Not only my report, it would be good reference. Manifest. The faces to the name. Much of this crew served me for years, some decades. I have little problem putting faces to them. Your thoughts, Shaw? Get it over with. A bit late. Let's do it. Aye, good point. Maybe you could sound a little more enthused. Come on, man. Well, Belford, I see no problem there. I'll arrange for the pictures to be taken before the crew have their dinner. Thank you, Captain. In the meantime, I'll attempt to get as many individual crew photos as I can. Still welcome to help on that matter, officers. Here comes Corvid. Word's gotten around about the stowaway we removed last week. As? Aye. And their thoughts? They aren't one bit happy. Least of all is Dad. Well, come on now. Dad seemed perfectly fine. I couldn't afford to feed them out. He says it wasn't right to send the boy away. What? No, get out of here. You can't take my decorum just like that. You're going overboard next. Only reason Ward stayed aboard was because he needed the pay. Fine. Up in arms, are they? No, they understand. There's more food for the rest of us. Still, not a wise move to upset my crew, is it? Well, perhaps we should consider the crew's feelings next time. I did. Thought they wouldn't be happy about the food. It's a lose-lose. Finish the request. I was in a lose-lose situation. Did the best I could. Have all that settled. Perhaps we shouldn't rule out old Kurt, so... Man thinks there could be an alternate path through the ice. He's free to search for it. I'll meet with him when you have time. Changing course or not, we'll want one of his scouts set up in the crow's nest. Take care of that, and you'll be done for the day. Right? It is awful icy out here. An engineer might not be crazy. Let's see here. Approach the sick young man. Uh-oh, he's seasick. About a youthful-looking man leaning over the side of the ship, his head slumped as he looks into the icy pool below. Hears he's been visited by a spot of seasickness. Pat him on the back. Nah, we aren't giving him the there treatment. You okay? Speak out. The sickly man doesn't answer. He raises his head and turns to spot you, his eyes widening in shock. He does. A bespectacled young man, shaking with unease, stares at you for a brief moment. A look of shame plastered upon. Bespectacled lad. Sorry. Compose yourself, man. We should be able to handle the waves. Right, of course. Ah, I'm very sorry. And turns around and hurriedly runs in the opposite direction, avoiding your... Arthur Nutley added to the manifest. Oh, look at the rigging. While examining the rigging of the ship, your eyes notice a figure darting by, coming up the rope on the ropes with ease. It's probably the photographer again. Figure lands on their feet before dusting themselves off. Their outfit denotes one of Kurt's scouting crew. Acrobatic scout. No problems. He looks to you. And you are... I'm first mate. You'd address me as such. Sure. Flick. I'm one of Kurt's crew. Don't worry about my safety. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Kurt doesn't just hire anyone. Well, he didn't hire me for no reason. Got the medals in gymnastics. You're worried about my credentials. Oh, like my daughter. Flick jumps up and returns to scaling the rigging of the... There we go. Now we got Flick. I'm not going to talk to you yet. What's down below here? Listen? This. You overhear two of the newly arrived scouting crew talking. Warwick the third. Ah, Quilsey. Any trouble settling in? Too bad. I can't wait for a chance to sleep, though. Proper navigator never rests until their work is done. Of course, of course. Take it you had no issue settling in. Not at all. The crew are a funny lot. Well, Kurt certainly caught their attention. Do you think any of them would mistake Kurt and myself? What? Don't look anything alike. Do they? I think he'd collapse from joy if they did. Perhaps. There we go. We got two more. Knocking out the crew manifest. Go down. What's going on in here? We haven't talked to this guy yet. Oh, and you can go into like the pantry now. What else we got? We got the pumps. Let's have a roast cook. I haven't talked to this guy. Junior. Oh, you must be Shaw. Seems you've met my brother already. Doran Stoke. Nobody calls me that. On this ship, I'm known as Junior. You're the cook then. Aye, and a damn good one at that. Hey, Shaw, can you grab me some tins from the pantry? It's nearly time for dinner. Well, now I have the pantry to go to. I'll talk to you. Spot a suspicious-looking sailor emerge from the pantry. What's this guy up to? The hooded sailor spots you, keeping their hands firmly in their pockets. Ah, they're stealing food. Not what it looks like, Officer Shaw. Fleck. They call me gnomes. I'm not thieving anything. You got an explanation then? Perfectly good explanation. No worries, I was just setting up a practical joke. Ah, well, best of luck with that. Thank you. Not at your expense, if that's your concern. Have to get some enjoyment around here, I think. With their mysterious trap set, Gnome scurries off the upper decks to return to work. Well, I have to go into the pantry. I'm heading in there right now. Let's see what happens. The moment you enter the pantry, a bag of flour drops on your head. Scattering all over the officer's uniform. The hell's was that, gnomes? Rip the flour off you before continuing. Tinned food. There we go, we got our tinned food. Give it to the cook. On the menu this week, feed the hoosh pot. Oh boy, here we go. More resource management, right? Resource items may be spent here for instant effects, increasing food or changing the status. Oh, it gives us more. Oh. The hoosh. Feed the hoosh. Oh, I'm happy about that. We got 20 more food in there now. Okay. Furnace went up 3. Whatever. It's fine. Call the crew for dinner? No, we're going to the pumps. Nothing in here right now. Okay, fine. Yeah, we ain't doing dinner yet. We'll do dinner after. This is no time for dinner. We have business to do. Enter my cabin. We're gonna talk about this. Send me up there. I'll get you reading. Scientist eyes the man's cane. Turns to you. I believe the navigator means to you to send one of his scouts. Navigator clears his throat and taps his cane. Of course. You find one of mine, they'll get us reading. Rightly. Oh, I already did. Oh, I didn't go that high. I did not go that high. Okay. Okay, so some choices require you to assign a certain type of crew member. This choice, you may only assign scouts. Well, ice savvy. We're gonna put not Flick. No. Let's go with Yorick. You're on it. And ascend to the nest and take a reading. Sextant. Glorious sight, if I say so myself. Oh boy, here we go. Now we got an actual map. What the? Okay, so we're here. This is where we were. So this was our last stop, right? The last port you made. You picked up Kurt, scouting team from. Okay. Where we're heading? We're never gonna get through this. This count, last known location of this count, your destination. We're gonna have to go left or right. We aren't gonna through, are we? Are we going right through? Our map. Right, well, let's have dinner. I don't know. That map looks pretty sketchy. Shall we toast to the ice? Aye. The days get longer, but dinner is fixed. It will see us through the long days and the darkest night. Crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Can't help but notice that it's still bright light. Can I eavesdrop on these guys? Have a listen. You notice 2 sailors passing by from the dinner table. An inebriated sailor, wobbling legs, leaning on the shoulder of another. Ah, good times, good time. Sober sailor. Need to learn to handle your drink, Tucker. But I'm fine. My mates can carry me, eh, Cavity? His name's Cavity. Great name. They can also drop you. Have two Johns carry you next time. Are you asleep? Shit. Oh, that was good. The guy just passed out. Right? Still light outside. Oh, now we can go down here to the forecastle. Okay. Oh, wait. We were listening to this. You overhear two engineers chatting above deck. Or rather, you overhear one engineer speaking with him. Grips. Don't know how the chief could stay down there. Dick. Grips and Dick. You ever see Hammond eat? I haven't. Maybe he doesn't even eat. He's not human if he can work all day and all night on that boiler. Probably doesn't sleep either. Probably. Hey, Dick, it's figured. Right. Yeah, we're finding everybody. We've almost got, I think we've almost got everybody now. Got all the sailors, seen all the scouts, and it puts a little lock next to them when they've got someone, when someone's already on the job. Engineers. Oh, we haven't seen all the scientists yet. And we're short one specialist. One here. Found the dogs. Approach the dogs. Oh, we didn't have Ingrid in the manifest. I thought we already did. Dogs regard her with a rapt attention. Pieces bowl in hand. The largest joins her side as you approach. Try some. Try the soup. I've already eaten. There. Takes a sip herself. Hesitation. Penguin, some blubber, fats, and proteins. Fastest way to hydrate them. Is there something you needed? No, I know why she's here. Just inspecting. They belong here more than we do. Unlike us, they need the ice. It cools them. Pause as they run. They'd overheat otherwise. Who's that beside you? This is Stanberry. Bark. Woof. Woof woof. You've been on the ice for a long time. Long time, yes. Sure. Oh, pet the Doge. Barks at you and moves behind its master. Oh. We'll have to build its trust. I think it's wanting us to move ahead to the next week. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Captain has turned in for the evening. I think we're on to the next week. Only -4, eh? That cool. Alright, now we have some thinking to do. How long? So, 56. That doesn't leave, like, if I add 20, that's not enough. I actually don't have enough wood to do that. Fuel rations, like, we have to do this. I don't have enough fuel rations to actually do that. I don't want to run it all out. We're gonna go a little bit scarce this week. I think we're half rations for the week. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but we're doing it. Because I'm concerned. I got some serious concerns here. Yeah, I know. Decorum's down to -20. Another week passes. The Temperance has finally entered thick ice sleep. The days grow even brighter. People are gonna be so mad that I screwed them out of food and everything. Basically screwed them big time. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We're good. Good. Head out of this. See, like, I gotta figure out how to get some more fuel going here. We're in trouble. That's why I didn't spend it all. Sometimes you're just gonna have to pay in the decorum, you know. Up top. The captain's probably like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're into the ice now, aren't we? Yep. We are. We got some more requests. He appears to be absent. His chair is unoccupied. Wait for the captain. The whole room shudders. What the hell? Thief? Oh, we're stuck. Oh, that engineer's gonna be so pissed off. What in the... Well, I was worried about this. Look at that ice. We could be trapped for a while. Strong pressures, as if we didn't have enough. Well, no need mucking around. Get to work. Where's Hunt? I'll grab him. I'm sure he felt it too. Check the boiler room. I'm sure the mole man has problems of his own. Oh boy. Not to worry, everyone. We'll be free again before back to work. Kurt's taken over. Where are we on the map? Crap, we didn't make it very far at all, did we? We didn't make it halfway through this. Oh boy. Here. Pet the dog. You rub its belly. Pet the dog. You rub its chin. Pet the dog. Stroke its head. That's great. Officer Shaw, it would appear we've stopped. Yeah, good thing we have dogs. Curious. Hunt was warned of this pathway, was he not? Even I could see the risks, and yet an experienced sailor carried on. I wonder what goes through that man's head. Didn't I make a mistake by giving up decorum before this happened? Because this is going below deck. What's going on here? What happened? Ship's come to a stop. I almost flung my camera into the wall. Didn't hit anything, did we? Seen Hunt? Not since this morning. I'm going to speak with Grimley about the lifeboats. Last I heard, oh boy. He jumped in a lifeboat and took off. Oh, he took all our food. Check the pantry. Tinned food. Grabbed a can of tinned food. Had to do it. I'll just have it in my pocket. Alright, what's going on down here? What's going on, group? Ship's stuck then. Looking for Hunt, you just missed him. Calm about this. No use panicking, is there? True. I'm gonna check with my brother. Into the boiler room. First two men. Oh, what are you doing in here? Hey, if I'd made errors any, I'd tell you. It's secured, don't worry. They notice you. Yeah, it's not the time for this. Sure you're aware of the situation, what's happening? I'm ensuring that the boiler was not damaged in the sudden commotion. I told you that if it was, you'd already know. Not in the business of making mistakes. Know that if the furnace goes, we should go with it. Yes, but you're only one man with just a pair of engineers as assistants. Just looking at the number of valves, this seems far too much for you. Maybe your bloody benefactor should have considered that. Ooh. Calm, Hammond. Gotten used to it by now. It will hold, trust me. It will. Well, I will have to, won't I? I don't fancy staying on this ship any longer than necessary. It's imperative we break free from the ice as quickly as possible. Hammond eyes you, a grimace on his face. First mate's here. But where's the one who got us into this bloody mess? Not me. He's not in his cabin. We were there. Difficult one to find. Indeed he is. I have a suspicion as to where he may be now. We're on a ship, an unmoving one at that. The man can not simply disappear. If he's anywhere, he must be in his cabin. If you find the man, give him an earful on my behalf. Can't do it myself, too busy keeping us alive. I mean, it is only -8 outside, guys. Templeton gives a no. I believe you, and I believe both, oh, our good captain of Visage. You should call the crew for dinner first. Routine is important, especially now. Dinner? This time? Not before we fed this furnace. Mind grabbing some coal from the bunker shop? Or are you afraid of dirty hands like Mr. Templeton? Yeah, I'll go get it. That's what I'm talking about. I need some of that. Calm down, to the depths, eh? Calm down to the depths. I can't even speak like that. He goes, so do we. Feed the furnace. Alright. Eat it. Throw the food in. There we go. No, we're not raising the heat. If people freeze, I'm sorry. But you knew what you signed up for. Oh my god, the guy's already on his accordion. You emerge mid-deck to find the crew readying themselves for dinner, despite the ice. Some seem nervous, others as if nothing's changed at all. Alright. Got anything for the hoosh? I actually already picked it up. I'm like way ahead. Can I go in here and get it again? Nope. Well, I guess there's no time like the present to, like, you know, see what happens. Crew have their meal. Dinner is shared. Return to their posts, the hammocks rolled in preparation for the evening. You can't help but notice that it's still bright light. Eavesdrop? Didn't see him either. Didn't pass by. Cabin door was locked when I... Slippery bed. What are you thinking, Hunt? Go down first. Thing down here again. Thing in here. Oh, you're not even here. Okay, well, let's go back up then. What are you up to now? On a hunt, I take it. Your Templeton passed by, but wasn't exactly willing to take questions. Okay. Whoops. We go. Oh boy, now we're all out on the ice. Talk to Kurt. Keep it up, lads. Set ourselves right. No, looks like we're... Ah, Shaw. Saw Templeton entering the captain's cabin. Hunt pulled himself up inside. Maybe if you had a word with our good captain, he'd be willing to lend a hand. Yeah, I don't think he's here, man. Oh, is that him? I was informed that he was here. Where could he have hidden himself? Check under the desk. I mean, there's something there. I highly doubt he's cowering beneath the table, Shaw. Arr, there he is. The captain's laugh rings out from behind the door. Captain watches you both, his head swaying as he chuckles to himself. Look, you are a surprisingly difficult man to get a hold of, Hunt. Seeing that this is your... I know it well. Eyes turn to you. I believe you two are already acquainted. How long have you been drinking? Suppose you care to join. Hunt shakes his hip flask as he holds it out, whiskey sloshing and spilling from the top. What of you? Can't tempt you with some sweet nectar? All right then. I'll have a drink. Why not? He hands you the flask. Shall we toast to? Safe passage there and back again? And this seems so out of place to be toasting right now. Getting paid. Getting paid once this is all. He winks. I'll drink to that. Don't humor this, Shaw. The liquid warms you, spreading to your fingertip. You hand back the flask. You intend to offer drinks at a time like this? Oh, Templeton's really mad. This ship, your ship, wrapped in the ice. My ship now, is it? Oh. Templeton's like, what the hell? And what do you expect me to do? Get the shovels out? Could have heeded Kurt's warning. What do you mean? This isn't your ship? You could at least do your work. Kurt's warning? Ah, Kurt. Still hanging on his word? You would have some luck relying on that old... The man chasing spotlight, nothing more. There's no safe passage. This is always going to happen. Hunt. Captain. If you're not fit to stand, then you should retire for them. Shaw will stand in your stead, and we can continue in the... And abandon? No, Captain. Who would do that? No captain who would do that is a fit captain, wouldn't you? Well, not you, Shaw, isn't that right? What do you think makes it for a good leader? Sobriety for a start. Making the difficult choices. Choices nobody else wants. The job I've been doing on your behalf, bud. You sound bothered. That you're concerned one day and you're already sick of it? Try decade. But I'm serious, Shaw. To you, what makes it good? You don't have time. We're all gonna freeze to death out here. In a word, then, what makes a good leader? We go with a little bit of willpower there, bud. We'll do that. Willpower. Explain. Oh man, come on now, Hunt. I gotta explain myself to a guy who's drunk in a bathtub. The ability to press forward no matter the circumstances. Power to challenge yourself. Power to make decisions. I'm gonna say never give up. And if your crew submits before you do, I don't think they'd appreciate being pushed forward in a hopeless situation. You can look to someone always pressing on against all odds and call that bravery. Others would call it fatal stubbornness. To die, they'd prefer it be with their boots off, lying in bed with a full belly. Would a good leader deny them that? Speaking in platitudes will do you. A good leader is something more than a single rule. You were told to follow. See one? Just know. You have wasted enough time being philosophical. Yeah, I was like, geez, we're really spending a lot of time here, Hunt. What's going on? Oh, my apologies. I'll ask the real questions. Shaw, look at where we are. You honestly think we're going to survive this? What? I have no doubt we will. I had no assumptions on returning alive. I mean, I have no doubt. Well, I suppose someone has to carry the faith with them. Captain laughs. Shaw. Nobody knows we're out here. That doesn't leave this room. Nobody even knows we're here. No. Wouldn't want to upset your employer. Our benefactor. We all want to be paid after this, don't we? Enough. You weren't to lead the expedition. You should not have agreed to it. You shouldn't be. None of this should be here. Old Kurt paid handsomely. Join. You're just a botanist sent to keep an eye on me. You're har. And then there's me. What are we actually searching for? Hunt chuckles, gesticulating mockingly with his hands. Ghosts. Templeton opens the door. Captain needs his rest. We'll discuss this once he's of sound mind. Let him speak his mind. It's all right, Robin. Oh, he's like, no. Okay, well, I want to talk. Go on now, Shaw. I'll be all right here. Oh, boy. Now, I don't want to. Captain appears to have fallen asleep in his bathtub. Oh, man. Not great. That's not great news. Now we gotta talk to Templeton. He needs his sleep. Yeah, of course, yeah. It would appear the pressures of command have greatly affected him. Find some rest yourself. The crew have their commands. Clear your head and we will continue on the morn. Really now. You sure? Are you sure we're ready? I feel like this was not a very good week. Just double check, make sure there's nothing. I mean, a lot happened. A lot happened. But I feel like it wasn't like, you know, that's not like a great week to have. He got stuck in the ice. You awake to a room awash with green. Am I having a nightmare? There's a loud banging on your door and a familiar voice speaks from behind the wall. Hammond, the engineer, right? Shaw, are you in there? Shaw! Hammond, what's going on? Why is everything green? Are we sinking? Why is everything green? Never mind the green. Boiler's in serious trouble. Oh boy. Pumps need manned and we need to stop the whole system overheating. And I don't need to tell ye, the furnace goes, we goes. Lead the way then. Don't have a moment to speak. Hunt. You where? Can't find him. Came to you. Need someone's authority to take action. Now bloody give it to me. Lead the way. Right, let's need to find the captain. You're just chilling out there. Have you seen the captain? Asher rushes up holding your camera tight. Ship rumbles. What's happening? Are you going under? If we can help it, out of the way. Safe to go up, right? At Aurora? Shot I can't miss. Asher steps back before snapping a photograph. Doing Kate. Boy. Oh, crap. The lights of the Aurora flicker over the pale ice. I will say, if anybody's watching this and hasn't seen the Aurora before, it's a beautiful sight. Sometimes I can see it from my house. The lights of the Aurora flicker over the pale ice. Captain's cabin, here we go. Party time. Oh, now he's gone? Great. Always Templeton. Nothing. Visibly perturbed, takes a moment to compose himself. Even the tub is empty. He checked the tub. Why would you expect him to be in the tub? Not important. This doesn't make sense. The man seemed barely fit to crawl himself into bed earlier. What? Hammond turns to you. Alright, Shaw. Captain's missing. You're in charge. Good to hear. Good to hear. Don't get a big head about it. Yes, indeed. Crew are no doubt waking at this moment. They're no doubt scared, confused. Your duty to keep them calm, to maintain order. There is a temper. Shaw's job to get down to the boiler room now. We've already wasted enough time looking for that bastard. Storm down to that room. All you'll be doing is inciting a panic. You need to calm the fears of the crew. Maintain an air of focus. Lie to them as the ship goes down? Not at all. Instead, to assure them we know how to remedy this matter. You do know how to remedy this matter, Mr. Aye. Need to be quick. I don't have time to worry about some stupid sailor's feelings. We've got a bloody ship to save. Well, as you said, Officer Shaw is it. The decision is yours. I hate you, Templeton. Hammond is right. We can't waste any more time. The boiler won't wait for us. Fine. I will keep the crew at bay then. Oh, don't worry about him. Let's go. Talks just like I do. Okay. Let's go check this boiler out now. This does not look... I mean... It's really beautiful, though. We'll say that. For just like for an image, this is really cool looking. And below the deck. You're still just hanging out, eh? I feel like the rest of the crew's just kind of like, you know... I guess they're in bed. Oh, here you are, right? Oh, -15 decorum. Okay. Okay. As more of the crew notice you and Hammond descending below, the whispers begin. Soon the crew pick up the pace, walking direction with hurried footsteps. Oh boy. I gotta do something to get the decorum up. Bird approaches. Boiler trouble, I take it. I'll lend a hand. Not when you're walking with that cane, you're not. Have enough strength to. Go tell the crew to hit the lower decks, as many as possible. Let's go, Shaw. Time to save this blasted ship. Right. Edge, you can see the brothers trying to open the door to the hold. Oh no. Trying to get in? Same. We're stuck. Pull harder, you bastards. You need to get in there. Oh, give me a break. I gave it 15 decorum and I can't even get in the dang room. The only thing that matters. Need to get the furnace alight. Metal door unsticks. Grimly looks to you before darting off into that bloody idiot run. Sound the alarm. Bloody hells. Get moving. You enter the boiler room. You enter Hammond's engineering team are hard at work. The larger of the two engineers loses grip of their valve as steam begins to shoot out, causing Hammond to dash forward. Watch it. Hammond tackles the engineer to the ground, saving him from a nasty steam burn. Made it just in time. What's the word, Chief? Keep those valves pumping. We need to avoid a water hammer, or we won't be making it off the ship. Saw? The rest of the crew aren't here. Grab a valve and start turning. Oh boy. Grab a valve and begin turning. Trying all you can to keep the water at bay. Pump! Feel the ache in your muscles as you continue to push the valve, keeping the pressure at bay. There was fuel. Oh, great. Okay. Yep. Yep, we lost 30 fuel. That's good. Furnace rumbles and sputters, hemorrhaging fuel. You keep turning, doing the best you can to keep the pressure at bay. You could be at this for hours. Shit, where's the rest of the crew? Rod helps, says Grimly. We have no fuel. Furnace rumbles and sputters. Get me coal and turn those valves. We got the coal. Oh man. Wait. In gathering supplies, you can assign the amount of workers to instantly gain that many. Oh! Grab a sack of coal. 2 Johns, get after it. Yeah. Confirm your orders. Grab the coal. Eat it. Back in business, baby. Nope. Now we gotta put somebody on there. Okay. Confirm the orders. To grab the valve. Somebody else to grab this valve? Tucker. With enough hands working on the boiler, you begin to fight back the potential water hammer. Someone's going to have to hold the furnace in place. Give him ward with his one arm. Do it. Runs Da approaches the furnace. Ah, crap. Room shakes. Water hammer. All that work. Oh! Oh! Well. Jet of steam paints ward. It subsides as they writhe in agony. What? No. When a sailor gains a severe status effect such as wounded, scurvy, or frostbite, they will become invalid and unable to work. Okay. Keep up the work and shifting the valves until the boiler has fully calmed. Ship is saved. You won't be sinking today. Plus 20 decorum. The crew give assistance to the wounded ward. You feel your muscles tense. Fall back, collapsing from exhaustion. You lay back. All you can hear are the pair of panic voices. What the hell is Captain Hunt? Gone. Oh man. I have 28 people. I'm willing to slice one of these in half. Not both this time. So it just automatically ended that. The Temperance is saved from sinking. The Aurora passes, leaving only the bright light and with the next one. That was wild. Holy. 1 week at Temperance Camp. So now we've set up a camp. We're alone in the captain's cabin. Out across the deck. Saved game. Out across deck can be heard the commotion of the crew. Word has spread quickly that Captain Hunt. Templeton slips in through the door. Huh? Almost sign of Hunt. Afraid not. Hunt is still missing. Rufus Hunt. Missing. One less mouth to feed. Right. He isn't alone in that regard. What? Someone else is missing? Sander, Sparrow, and Gren are also accounted for. Oh, crap. As is a sizable food and fuel supply. Get out of here. One of the large lifeboats. Shaw, you and I are not naive. It seems quite clear what has happened. Yes, but why would he abandon us? That is a question I cannot answer. I doubt we'll ever know at this stage. Former captain is no longer with us. You understand what that means, Shaw? I am the captain now. That would be Captain Shaw. I'll take it. Not quite yet. A new captain must be selected by the crew. Oh, come on now. As first mate, you have the most clear argument to take that role. I would have expected the role to be inherited. Not quite. They will hold a vote as soon as possible. That carpenter, Grimley, is still loyal to Hunt, and many of the sailors will follow his vote. Well, I can assure you, the vote of myself and my scientists, Bert and his crew, are like to support you as well. I'm unsure where the engineers will side. They're likely loyal. Ward is still recovering from their steam burns, and which may end up working to our favor. And the civilians are a mystery. But I believe, when all is said and done, you will about me. You have clearly given this a lot of thought. Yeah, no kidding. Got it all figured out. Of course. It is vital to remain aware of the crew's intent. They're waiting outside. Scared. They don't know where to turn. You and I both understand the importance of maintaining decorum. Though times seem dire, remember, there is a rescue ship on its way. Even if the Temperance falls, we still have a potential escape. Oh, okay. 35 weeks? I barely survived 4. The ship will arrive at Viscount Island 35 weeks from now. We should focus on surviving that long. That's all we need to do, Captain. Oh, he's calling me Captain. I understand. We can hold it for that. We got it. I got it. Indeed. That is all we need. Even if I only have just me. There are 35 weeks, Captain. Keep it in mind. Here. You should have this. It presents you with a fancy-looking hat. Left it behind in his cabin. Tells us what we need, doesn't it? Take the hat. +1 captain's hat. The commotion outside grows. I choose to willfully observe. I suggest you do the same, Captain. Scientist refrains for a moment. For him to continue. I think it's best we declare that the captain and the missing crew are dead. There's no need for us to complicate. Like you said, I'm the captain now. We understand each other then. Wonderful. The crew are waiting for you on the deck. Well, guys, we're going to call it a stream here. This was a lot of fun. This was the first episode, and we will pick up with this game again because I really enjoyed it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Everybody that came through the chat, everybody that lurked, everybody that watches in the future. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. This was my first look at The Tale Beyond, and I really, really dig this because I love reading. And this is just like a book in a video game. That's how that's the vibe I get from it, and I really dig it. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this story goes. Again, thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. And I will be back on hopefully tomorrow if my daughter gets better. She's sick right now. We'll see what happens. Thank you once again.